Hey guys, I'm John. This is my channel. Welcome, welcome. All right. Today we're going to be looking at this thing. Today we're looking at this right here. This is called Ninjas vs. Unicorns. This is a very good beer. In fact, this is a beer that I was drinking before IPAs. Before I started getting into IPAs, this was sort of a little bit of a bridge between the two, between like your normal wheat ales type thing, and then making it's quite a leap to go to IPAs, but I've had them. They turned me off in the beginning because of what I was considering a very bitter taste, and it turned out to not really be bitter. It was hoppy. And then, of course, the hazies came out, and those were like the IPAs without the hoppy or bitter flavor. It was a lot smoother, more citrusy generally. Anyway, this is Ninjas vs. Unicorns. This is a double India Pale Ale, but I would almost not consider it an IPA, let alone a double, but it is 8%, which is really nice. So if I'm looking to buy an IPA or a double IPA, I'm looking at my alcohol content because we talked about that before. When I look at an IPA, I want to see 6.5+% alcohol in it. Why? I don't know. I just want it to be worth my while, I mean, you guys might only be about the flavor, right? Kind of like the beer buzz. I think the beer buzz is probably one of the best buzzes of everything. So, looking for, if you have your wheat ales, you're in the 5% range, 5.5% range, maybe even 6, depending. I think Oberon is 6. We might look at that. It's a pretty mass-produced beer by Bell's. I do like it a lot. It's citrusy, but it's still a wheat ale considered, I think. Anyway, this is 8%. So this I would consider would be a little high for a straight IPA, but it's a double. So the alcohol content could be even more than 8%. So I'll show you guys what this looks like. This is from a brewery in Chicago here called Pipeworks. And in Lisle, which is a town not too far from me, we have a beer fest twice a year. The second one is more of considered a cider fest, right? Cider fest. But I'm telling you, man, there's more beer than cider. And that's the reason why I go, because I'm not big on ciders. Doesn't mean that they're bad. No, I'm just not a big cider person. I don't like a lot of the sweet stuff, and I'm sure there are a lot of ciders that aren't sweet. Anyway, so this is a double IPA from Pipeworks. See if we have some hops on here, so we can look at that. We have our conventional warning that we shouldn't drink it when pregnant. Yeah, it's true. We have 8% alcohol, double Indian Pale Ale. We do not have the hops listed here. So I kind of like this stuff on the can. I like the, unless it's one of these really small fucking words and I can't read. No, I don't think so. No. I wish they would put the hops. I wish they would put I'm a little bit like, I don't know, maybe I'm getting to be too old or something. A little more like Ralphie. Okay, so when he reviews his whiskeys, he doesn't He doesn't like all of the fanfare, the box and the elaborateness of all that stuff. He wants, non-cold chill filtered, natural color. It's what he wants to see on it, right? And he doesn't want it to be smaller than 750 ml. He doesn't want it to be, what is it, 550? I don't know. Anyway, he doesn't like that. But I'm with him with certain things on the label. I'd like to see the hops on the label. I'd like to see what I'm drinking, even though I probably could pick that out if my palate was a little better. It's not. People could say that they're tasting this and that or whatever in beer and in wine and in whiskey. I just can't. For the most part, I can somewhat, but for the most part. Anyway, so here's what it looks like. It's not a hazy. So as you can see, this is more of a traditional double. It's so smooth though. So when you drink doubles, and a lot of you guys, if you're even watching this, you probably drink beer. A double to me has a particular, I don't know if it's this is how it was to me when I first started drinking IPAs. When I would drink an IPA, I'd go, man, that's bitter. I don't like that. That's bitter. Turns out that's hoppy. Drink the hazy IPA. So I go, oh, okay. Well, this is much better. This is not bitter at all. I'm wrong again, right? It's not bitter. It's hoppy. Whatever. That's how I'm interpreting it. So then I'm like, all right, well, let me try a double. So I tried double IPA, and it has this certain flavor to it. A certain, I don't know what it is exactly. It's like a round taste. It's not very descriptive, I know, and how could I say a round taste? But that's the way it's presented to me. Now, next time I get one of those, I'm going to try to articulate it a little bit better, but I really, really strive to not buy doubles that taste like that. And when I was starting out, it seemed like every double I bought had that flavor to it. So then I started associating that flavor to double IPAs. Okay. Now, all you guys who have breweries who are watching this, if I do get any of them, or who know more about beer, you could probably tell me exactly what I'm talking about. You could say, John, no, I know what you're talking about. It's not a round flavor. It's because of this. And all I got to say about that is there are after that initial batch of double IPAs that all had that round flavor to it, I started finding some of them didn't. So what happened was I tasted that round flavor, and it was a put off. I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't like that, so I would just not drink it. Right? And then when I would go to the store or I would go to a brewery, I wouldn't get a double because I thought it was going to taste like that. I thought, okay, well, if they make a IPA, say they made an IPA called Ninjas and Unicorns, just a straight IPA, and then they made a double called Ninjas and Unicorns Double. I don't know, right? I would think that the double would taste like the IPA with the same name, but have that round flavor somewhere in it when I'm drinking it. So that was what was going through my mind when I was trying to figure out why don't I like doubles. So then I found this. It didn't taste like that. It doesn't have that round flavor. Or if it's there, I don't taste it. And then I found a bunch of other ones. And then I found the hazy doubles that don't have any of that. It's the furthest thing from it. I mean, this is a little bit hoppy, which I like a lot because it gives you a little snap. It gives you a little citrus and a little snap there. You can interpret it as bitter. It's perfectly fine. Bitter. What's another word for bitter? Whatever. Okay, you would taste a hoppy beer and you're like, man, that's bitter. That's like I don't enjoy that. But I'm not sure if that is something that's acquired or because I didn't drink a whole bunch of IPAs and then suddenly stop thinking it was bitter or what I was interpreting as bitter was hoppy and not liking it. Yeah, definitely hoppy. But I'm not sure that I became accustomed to it and therefore accept it and then don't enjoy it but accept it. I thoroughly enjoy this. And I don't know if it's my palate changing, me accepting it, my brain accepting it and sending the brain waves and saying everything's cool, John, just drink it. I don't know how to interpret that. I really don't. So, but I really enjoy it now. So when I go back to the beginning where I'm like, man, this is bitter. I don't like it. I am. Give me the Oberon, give me the easy lager or whatever. And then over time I'm like, man, I can't get enough of these hoppy IPAs. How does that happen? How did I go from really not liking it, supposedly in my brain, not liking it? No, I never got those beers before. I would always get different beers, or not beer at all, get wine or something different. And now I love it. I can't get enough of it. How does that happen? How did it happen for you guys? Were you like that too? Did you think, man, this IPA thing, I'm not quite sure I'm going to catch on to this. I'm not quite sure I'm going to, invest my money into buying these bitter beers. I mean, I still can't get into sours. Oh my God, I got a friend, he loves the sours. Oh my God. See, because this got nice color. Look at that. Hold on, I got the fucking. All right, now I can see it. You guys can't see that, but I can see it. Like line through the picture. Nice color, nice color. Let's try to get it below the light so it's not like all bad. All right, so Pipeworks makes a bunch of different brews that are really good, and they're always at least one of the two beer fests at the Morton Arboretum, which is in Lisle, twice a year, June and October, I think. Maybe the end of September. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll be going to both of them. Or the September one coming up, October, September. And last year, it rained, it snowed, it sleeted, it hailed, it grappled. And I don't even know what the fuck grapple is. I think I might have even mentioned this on the channel. My wife's like, yeah, that's grapple. I'm like, Jenny, what the fuck is grapple? Wind 60 miles an hour. Just came out of nowhere. Did all that stuff. Was sunny, hot, then got cold, snowed, rain, sleet, hail, all of it. I shit you not, man. The Midwest is weird. Anyway, they were there. I got there before all that shit happened. Got to try some of their brews. They have a bunch of different really good brews. I'll probably try to pick up a few. What I'd like to do is I'd like to expand this a little, because this is a short video. It's 15 minutes maybe. I'd like to expand it a little more, maybe do 2 beers. Maybe not do 2 beers that are like each other. Maybe do 2 completely different beers. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stick to one. Just talk to you guys about what you think. So if you have a chance, this Pipeworks, they do distribute. So if you see, you might see it. They always have that top of the label right there where they have their brewery name. Their cans are always like that. So you can, I think they have like Ninjas versus Cryo or something with cryo hops, obviously. But it doesn't say cryo hops on here. I wish they really put that right on here. Right on here, I'll list my hops. And you could hide them in the art, the can art. Penrose does a really good job of that. They have their artwork, and then they hide the hops like in different angles and things inside there. Distill does the same thing. So we'll be drinking a little bit more of those brews because I really do like them. Although we're coming up on fall here, well, it is fall, I think. So we might be switching pretty soon to single malts, maybe some wine. I don't know. Dude, we're all about finding good spirits, finding good drinks. It doesn't even need to be alcoholic. Okay, it could be anything. It could be low alcohol. It could be like those seltzers. Are there any really good seltzers? Something that I can sink my teeth into. Something that, I mean, not that's not chunky or anything goofy like that, but something that's good, that's enjoyable, that you can sit here, you can play a game, you can sip it or drink it. Yeah, like it a lot. Part of the experience, part of the unwind of the day, right? I enjoy it. I drink beer, I drink wine, and all of these different spirits and things, reading books, looking at Whiskey Spectator, whatever, out on the deck with my wife, talking about life and work and all the things we're going to be doing in our house, even though we haven't done anything, just how things go. Spend hours and hours and hours talking about all the changes you're going to make in the house and then don't do anything. How many of you guys do that? Yeah. Do it all the time. All the time. We could do it. Are we too busy? Yeah, kind of like with work and shit. I mean, this week has been fucking crazy. Crazy at work. I don't even know what time goes by. It's 4 p.m. I'm eating lunch. 4! I was never hungry. I wasn't even hungry. Anyway, I'm almost over my cold. That's good. So this IPA, double IPA, is really good. It's a good standby. It's really interesting. I don't know where I was. I was in some suburb of Chicago here, north, and they had a couple of tappers at this restaurant I went to. I can't even remember the restaurant. So I go in there, and my wife and I sit down, and she's like, "Are you gonna get a beer?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I haven't even read the beer list yet. I haven't even read the, do they have tappers? How many tappers? What do they have? I don't even know." And then the waitress comes up and it's like, dude, give me some time. I need to figure out what's going on here. I'm slow. I'm getting old. I didn't say all that, but Anyway, so it kind of puts me off a little bit. I kind of like, all right, fine. I'll just drink water, Fuck you guys, right? Anyway, I get over myself, right? After I get over myself, start looking at the list. Don't like any of them. I don't think I will like any of them. Like, okay, we're going to eat some good food here, and I don't want to wreck it by getting something that I don't really want to drink. And when you're out, okay, it's different. Remember we talked before about, buying beer and how inexpensive it is compared to some of the other spirits. And that's true. But if you go out, a pint of this might be $10. $11.99, you can buy 4 pints. So we're going to spend $10 on a pint of this and not know if you're going to like it? I don't think so. And unless you're in a tap house or a brewery, you're not going to be able to get a flight. Now, if they're nice and it is draft, they'll give you a taste. But it's not really the place for that. Some restaurants, it's not really the place. Get something you enjoy, something you're going to like. Anyway, so get through that with her, and they're like, what do you want to drink? 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 Like, Jesus, alcohol pushers, right? Alcohol pushers. Just fuck. So I'm like, all right, fine. Do you have ninjas and unicorns? Yes. I was like, what? In my brain, right? I didn't say it out loud. Really? In my brain? All right, take one of those. All good to hood. So, you'd be surprised. I was surprised. I've been multiple places where they've had a very large can selection that wasn't anywhere on the menu. And I would just say something, and they're like, yeah, we got that. Got you covered. Like, all right, no, we don't have that, but I have this. And then I'm like, okay, keep going. Tell me more. What else do you have that's like it? And then they would boom, 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 and they would hit one that I would know. You know? And you know, sometimes beer isn't appropriate, but still. All right, so this is ninjas versus unicorns. No. Yes. No, this is ninja, singular, versus unicorn, singular. I just call it ninjas. And and people know what I'm talking about. I don't even know why. But it is a, let me see if I can get that in here. There's a ninja right here and a unicorn right here. Pretty cool artwork. Really? See the unicorn and then the sword, unicorn's horn and the sword right there, and they're clashing. Yeah. All right, I'm looking too far into it probably. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it. This is just a short video. We're going to get on with Armored Core now. Yeah, so please subscribe, and we will see you soon.